Hello, my name's Artemis, and obviously this fandom of ours has some unwritten rules that everybody should be going by when it comes to their conduct within it. And maybe the fact that they're unwritten could explain why not everybody fucking goes by them. So I thought maybe we should put these down on the record. Maybe we should have the 10 commandments of the furry fandom. And fuck it, and I'll fucking do that, I guess. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm much of an authority figure, but I have some ideas, and I'm gonna fucking share them, okay? Commandment the first. Thou shalt be no dick. Just in general. Do I even need to explain it? Do not be a dick. Like, you can enjoy a dick, you can make art of dick, you can have a dick, you can see a dick, you can touch a dick, you can throw a dick, you can slap a dick, but you can't fucking be a dick, okay? Just, I refuse to elaborate any further on that. It should be fucking obvious by this point, okay? Commandment the second. Love thy neighbor, tolerate no bullshit. Like, this is a welcoming, safe space for everybody who needs it. This is something that it doesn't matter how weird you might feel you are in your everyday life, you can come here and enjoy feeling welcomed and being a part of something. But that doesn't mean that, you know, if you're some racist, homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic, sexist, pedo, commie piece of shit, I don't fucking know, whatever fucking immoral, shitty thing that you might be, doesn't mean that you get to use this fandom as a shield. And it also doesn't mean that we use the guise of being welcoming and friendly and caring and a community as a reason to not chase these fuckers out with burning sticks. Because nobody should make fucking racist, homophobes, transphobes, any of that shit feel welcome. Okay, we're welcome to those who deserve it, and those who don't, get the fuck out! Thou shalt honour thy artist, not steal or, you know, credit, steal, or anything like that. If you are commissioning art or dealing with an artist in any way, you always credit the goddamn artist, you pay your bills on time, you give them what they need, which might mean that you don't give them a reference picture with dick in it, because not everybody wants to see that. You don't treat them like shit. You don't just decide that because you've given them money to draw your porn, that they are suddenly your best fucking friend, and that they are the person you will speak to instead of going to get fucking therapy. And you don't charge back, you don't scam them, you don't generally act like a fucking scam artist piece of shit. Okay? It's pretty fucking simple, having common courtesy for artists. You want to post that stuff? Credit the fucking artist. Don't just say credit to the artist. That doesn't fucking count. That is a sin. Get in the fucking 1000-year gulag. Mindeth thy own business. Like, for real, stay in your fucking lane, okay? Like, I get everybody's got an opinion. Everybody has things that they like and dislike. But quite frankly, if it is legal, if it is between consenting adults, and it is safe, then it is also none of your goddamn mother-tucking business. Now, is it? You might not like certain kinks or fetishes. You might not like that someone puts it on their page. But at the end of the day, if you see it on their twitter.com, you've made the choice to go to their twitter.com. They don't have to change shit. You went and fucking saw that. If you don't like certain kinks, fetishes, interests, hobbies, any of that shit, but it's not hurting anybody, it's between consenting people, it's not illegal, then what's the fucking point in getting butthurt over it, okay? What you do is you go, oh, that's not for me, I'll go over here instead. If we could all do that, it'd be a much better fucking world, wouldn't it? Thou shalt washeth thine ass. For real. Can we all just agree that deodorant is not fucking optional at FurCons, okay? Brush your goddamn suit, obviously. No one wants to see that mangy piece of shit. And if you want that thing to last, you need to wash it, you need to brush it. But also, you need to shower your disgusting bodies. Like, a FurCon, or any kind of fursuiting activity, is going to generate sweat and grime. That is not something you want building up, okay? And when there's a whole load of fuckers in a hot area, in a hotel, cooped up, no amount of air conditioning can fucking deal with that BO, okay? Shower, scrub yourself, be clean, be hygienic. It's fucking gross when you get into an elevator and it smells of 100 asses, okay? Can we just all agree to fucking bathe please, for everybody's sake, covet not thy neighbour's clout. For real, nobody gives a shit about your personal fucking drama that you've decided is going to become a public thing, okay? You don't like a person for X reason? Great. Wonderful. That's fine. Keep it between you two. It doesn't need to blow up into a fucking shitstorm. You don't need to drag other people into it, okay? If you've had a bad experience with someone because personalities don't mesh or there was an incident, you don't need to make the entire goddamn world a part of that. You don't need to then turn it into a fight, okay? Not everybody's gonna get on with everybody. You don't need to drag that shit out into the fucking open. You also don't need to go fucking chasing clout full stop, okay? Because what the fuck are you gonna do with it? What the fuck is the fucking point? If you decide to tear other people down to gain clout, then trust me, you will lose that clout as quickly as you gain it because you have done the shitty thing. You know, this person did a shitty thing and I'm gonna get clout by exposing it. Great. Okay, that's a shitty thing in of itself. So who gets clout for exposing you? It's a cycle. It doesn't work, okay? If someone's done legitimate bad stuff, I get that. Fine. People have a right to know. If you just had a falling out because you no longer like this person because, I don't know what, they called you on your bullshit, or you just maybe just didn't quite click as people, as personalities go, then keep it to your fucking self, okay? The world does not give a shit that you don't have the emotional maturity to deal with your problems like a goddamn fucking adult. Thou shalt have many things before the fandom. Like, we're not like the actual commandments where it's, you know, you shall have no gods other than me. No, no, no. You have many things other than the fandom, and a lot of things come first. Prioritize things correctly. This fandom is great. It's lovely. It's wonderful. It adds a lot to your life, but that's the important part. It adds to your life. Your life should take priority, okay? You don't have to make this everything about you. You should have deeper things that mean more to you. You know, the fandom is great and lovely, but it's the people within it that mean more. They come first. So don't just sit with this attitude that this is the be-all and end-all, because it's not. There are many, many, many more important things than the furry fandom, okay? And you will find that in your life. And if you try and put the fandom first, you will feel empty and hollow, because it's just not going to be the biggest priority in the world, okay? Keep things in perspective and focus on what truly matters. Really shouldn't need to say that. Thou shalt listen to understand, not reply. Now, this is just a good rule of thumb for damn near every goddamn situation you come into, but if you're listening to somebody, whether it's a serious issue or anything really, listen to actually understand what they're saying, rather than what you think they've said, or what you want to think they've said. Okay, big distinction there. That might be hard to unpack. Jumping into serious situations without the relevant information and reading tweets and just assuming that because somebody has said it, it must be the gospel truth is stupid, isn't it? If I was to come up to you on the street and go, "Hey, mate, did you know that the earth actually made of bread?" Yep, this is a sourdough ball of earth. You'd think I'm fucking stupid, wouldn't you? You'd think I am a ridiculous person who is speaking untruths, and you would be correct. So why do we just assume that any stranger online saying shit about anything or anyone is somehow got credence there? Okay? No. You understand a fucking issue, and it goes a little bit deeper as well. If you're having a serious conversation, or if you're having an argument, listen to understand. Don't listen to reply. If all you're doing is waiting for your turn to talk again, you are not going to solve that fucking problem. But if you listen, you take it on board, and you understand the intent, the actual essence of what the person is trying to say, then maybe you can find a way forward as a productive adult person, rather than just let it spin out of control into a bitch fest. Generally speaking, you would want to do the adult thing more than the bitch fest. All the time. Be true to thine own self. For real, just be your fucking self, okay? Just be yourself. It's as simple as that. Don't twist yourself to fit into a box or a label and make that everything about you. Don't try and force yourself to be something you're not. Figure out who you are at your earliest convenience be that forever. Now that will be difficult. You will probably run into friction because not everybody gets along, and perhaps the people you're hanging around with at the time, that's not going to work. It's not going to gel. You're not free to be yourself. And it's shitty, but you are better off without them. Sometimes the wrong people need to move out of the way so the right people have a chance to find you. But if you are always being yourself, if you are always being true to who you want to be, who you want to live your life as, and what you want out of life, the right people for you will gravitate to you. So if all you're going to do is pretend, that just means you're going to attract the wrong people. So don't. Just don't. Just be who you is. Alright? Yeah? Fam? Get down with the kids. And finally, leave things better than you found them. In always possible, when it's under your control, always leave something better than you found it when you got there. Always leave it stronger, more understanding, more caring, more welcoming, whatever it can be. Always try to leave things better than you found them. We don't need to have another generation of people saying, well, I suffered as a kid and I turned out okay. Well, if you think other people still need to suffer the same ways, you didn't turn out okay. We don't need another generation of that, especially in this goddamn fandom, okay? If you have seen something, some injustice, some way that you have struggled, and it's within your power and your control to make sure nobody has to be that again, no one has to go through that again, yeah, fucking do it. You make sure that that is not a problem for other people. That's how we slowly make the world a better place. Little tiny things like that. That's how we ensure some sense of progress. And that is fucking precious and valuable and should be honoured and respected in the highest ways. And those are obviously my 10 commandments for the furry fandom. I am not a god. I am not an authority figure. I am just a blue dog who has thoughts and lets them fall out of his snout. So if you disagree, I'm not sure how, because I think these are pretty fucking common sense, to be perfectly honest. I think you'd have a hard time disagreeing with this, but if you do, let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think they should be or should not be. Would you add any more? It doesn't have to be just 10. What other things would you think we should all be living by? What's your own little moral compass telling you, huh? But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully, oh god, it would be nice to think people would live by this, but press X to doubt, because I don't think people are going to fucking... The best we can hope for is, oh, that's a good idea. Anyway, so yeah, but thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you would like to support this channel of mine, I'm sure there is a graphic popping up somewhere. That would be lovely. You can also get yourself some merch and stuff. There's lots of little rewards you can get. You know, giving money to other people is very rewarding. I've been told. I'm a broke-ass bitch, so yeah. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And I guess I'll see you next week. Bye!